Hold on. Both of y'all. Let's get both of y'all. Ain't no dick riding going on.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no dick riding going on at all.
You niggas talk about balling and just this and that. I know y'all thinking watch, rollie, bracelet.
Yeah, it ain't no watch.
No. This is
$50 million 4 times. Four times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did.
You will definitely be upset. You will be outstudied, motherfucker. Always that bullshit, nigga, man. You can start working out, though. Just start like in the gym, though, nigga. You know, I ain't gotta work out, nigga. You know that my thumbs is so strong and carrying all that paper. But y'all don't say, now, let me stop. You gotta do this. Do I work? If you ain't have enough style to give me a pair of Reeboks, I ask you for a pair of Reeboks. You ain't got no credit. It's fresh. You ain't even hook me up. You don't have no money. You ain't a boxer. Hey, yo, check this out, this is Diddy, that boy they call Diddy. I'm here in the biggest, this is just a play around mansion. This boy is really number one stunner. I got passed to him, you know what I mean? I was the number one stunner. I'm like a superior stunner now. You know, I'm gonna graduate to my master's degree. So, and he the number one, he's the one that, you know how you have, I'm like Kennedy. You feel me? He like Clinton. I was the president for shit. Yeah, man.
Yeah, OG, we'll tell this out. But at the end of the day, we in my
Freddie P, man, let's get right into it. Diddy, he got indicted. How you feel about that?
It was a surprise to me, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, when you see Puff, it's kind of a surprise. But like I told my brother, man, you know, he was telling me he don't think Puff gonna get locked up. I say, bitch, he got Chapo.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling you earlier, they got Chapo. They can put Chapo under the ground. They can hide Puff. But it's
around the age of 16, 17, I started dancing, going to the various clubs, and that was during the time when somebody, a big artist like Diana Ross, Fine Young Cannibals, or even Michael Jackson had a video, the directors would come into the clubs and see all the kids that were dancing and pick various dancers to be in the video. So I got picked to be in some of those videos. And as I was dancing in videos and stuff like that, I would see the behind the scenes. And I didn't know, I was about to go to college, Howard University, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I saw like the people behind the scenes, and I was like, that's maybe something that I wanted to do. So I started like asking questions and getting information on the music industry, because I know like music was an important part of my life, to the point whereas I was always dancing, and I, you know, had aspirations to maybe be a rapper or something like that, but I didn't know where I was gonna go with it.
You said behind the scenes, you saw that and you said, hey, the people working behind the scenes, you saw them and said, I can do that.
Yeah, it interests me. Instead of just looking at the rapper or the performer, like my eyes kind of wandered to like the people that were on the telephones and the people that were telling the performers which way they should go, and you know, the people in the suits, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's another thing that interests my eye, besides just looking at the rapper and saying, okay, one day I want to be Heavy D, one day I want to be LL Cool J. I was kind of looking like, okay, one day I want to be like Russell Simmons, or I want to be like Berry Gordy or Quincy Jones.
You want to be beyond just an artist, you want to be the person in control.
Yes, yeah.
And at 23, you're close to it.
Yeah. So I mean, as I had sort of behind the scenes, I had asked around, and then I was just like, I just want to do whatever I have to do to learn. So I started going to people saying I just wanted to intern for them. First I went to Rush, and they didn't really have no room. That's Russell Simmons' company. And then finally, a friend of mine, Heavy D, was on a label called Uptown Records, with the owner of that was Andre Harrell. Mm-hmm. And so he hooked up a meeting with me and Andre Harrell, and I just basically asked if I was told him I'd do anything, I'd work for free. But the catch was that I was in school. I was in college at Howard University in D.C. And they said that I could work for 2 days, Thursday and Friday. So I had to take the train. I had to leave school. So I played hooky from school, and I was taking the train, leaving, getting up at like 6 in the morning, taking the train so I could be to work in New York by 10. You know what I'm saying? Then leave on Friday, because I was having parties. I was promoting parties in D.C. And I would leave D.C. Friday night, like around 7, so I could be back at my party like by 12 o'clock. And I was doing that back and forth, but a lot of people like think it's a strain, but it really wasn't a strain, because I just had wanted the music so bad, and I really loved school a lot. So it was like, you know, it was all a lot of fun. The only problem was sometimes I didn't have no money, so I was like hiding in the bathroom all 4 hours, so the train conductor wouldn't catch me. You know what I'm saying?
So from that you go to who you are now. Money in the bank.
Nah, it's still a long road. Then after that, I had to intern for like a year, and then I was about to go back to school, and I was in the A&R department. That stands for Artists and Repertoire. We put the records together, pick the producers, sit down and shape the vision with the artists. And I was underneath the director of A&R. He left, and Andre Harrell, who's the owner of Uptown, where I was interning at, was about to choose a new A&R director. So I took him out to lunch, and I was like, let me give it a chance. And I knew he was making music for a young lifestyle. And so I sat down with him at lunch. I was 18. I was like, basically, there's nobody better to make the music for the young lifestyle but me, because I'm part of that lifestyle. Why don't you just give me a chance, a probationary period? So he gave me a chance. And I started working with different rappers like Father MC. And then on his album, I put Mary J. Blige and Jodeci on the album. And the singles that they sang on and rapped on had went gold, so that was good. That was like a good start. So then I had got promoted to director of A&R, and I was 18 then, so I was like, you know, like one of the youngest executives out. And then he had got a lot of flack because he was the first one to really start putting young people in a power position in the music industry. So he got a lot of flack because most of the A&R people back then was like 25, 26, or even 30, 40.
But you showed them up. You were successful.
Yeah. I mean, it was success, but it was, you know, it was a big team effort. I had a lot of support. You know what I'm saying? I was young. I'm still young in this, so it wasn't just like me just coming in and just all of a sudden I was this and that. Like Andre Harrell and the different people that were around me, they like taught me, you know what I'm saying? So I was able to, my natural talents were able to come out. I mean, that's what, with the new company I have, that's what we're trying to do with younger kids, because it really doesn't take a genius to really excel at anything. It just takes time and love from people to teach you and show you different things. Like if somebody shows you how to direct a movie, if you right underneath Spike Lee, or Martin Scorsese, you're more apt, you know what I'm saying? And they're giving you time to learn and to be just as successful as them. So I had a lot of people like Russell Simmons and Andre Harrell around me, showing me and guiding me, and then also my family.
You could say that that for a person 23 years old, you've got what guys want.
Yeah. I mean, guys want a job. I got a job. You know what I'm saying?
A job. You're in the middle of music. Job, money, women.
Yeah, I mean, I got a baby and I got a girl.
But still, fame.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool, you know what I'm saying? You gotta keep it in perspective, you know what I'm saying? I'm very grateful. I feel like I'm blessed by God, you know what I'm saying? But also, all that glitters always isn't gold, but you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely blessed, and I'm definitely more fortunate than a homeless person or a person that, you know, doesn't have what I have, a person that can't really get a job, you know what I'm saying? So I'm real grateful because due to my age, I'm definitely not, and also my race, I'm not supposed to be where I'm at right now. So it's definitely something that's beating the odds, and I'm grateful for that, and I just want to bring more young, Black, Hispanic people.
Does it make you
me,
more
you know,
grateful because of the fact you are young?
Yeah, it makes me more grateful because also I'm not, just because there has been somewhat of a success, I'm not away from the streets, so I'm not away from reality. I'm still a part of what's going on, so I know how many people don't have jobs. I know how much Black on Black, minority on minority crime there still is. I'm still out there. I could still become a statistic of that because I have not removed myself from that.
Again, is it just a facade if you don't know how to manage it?
Oh yeah, I mean, you could definitely go out when you start getting some money and then start buying 5, 6 different cars and spending money frivolously on different things, and then find yourself broke within months, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I've experienced that side also of going, as soon as getting a little bit of money, just going and buying a car. But I kind of seen from different artists while I was coming up, seeing how they spent money and things like that. So I mean, I learned that's really not the route to go to, but at times you just can't help it when it's something that you're not used to. You have to at least experience. So after you experience it, then it's like, if you're smart enough, you know it's not really worth it to go buy. You don't really need 3 Lamborghinis, you know what I'm saying?
Is it just show off then? I mean, hey, I've made it, I'm showing off?
No, it's not really show off. It's just wanting to experience, wanting to taste something that you haven't tasted, want to get a taste of the good life, you know what I'm saying? Some artists and some people in the music and some people in entertainment, like when you see what you see on TV, if you're trying to aspire to be that, once you get there, you want to see how it feels. And it feels good at times driving a Lamborghini, driving by, people giving you the thumbs up sign, or having a nice house and people coming over for a dinner party and people really admiring your house. Not really even to show off, but just to it's just like things you go and get because you feel good about yourselves. But I mean, me myself, I haven't been able to get to that point yet.
But what makes you happy then? You could be at that point now. You could go buy a house, you could have the Lamborghini. Yeah. You could have that, but what makes you happy?
What makes me happy is just like happiness with seeing my friends happy. It's other things, like things that people may think is corny, that makes me happy, you know what I'm saying?
Like what?
Just like, you know, seeing my friends happy, seeing my mother and family happy.
Yeah, when are other people gonna start getting picked up? Because it's a racketeering case, right? I've never seen a racketeering case with just one person.
We gotta get some other names. So there were reports over the weekend too that remember we talked about that video that the sex worker submitted and some other different videos that were, I guess, coming out. There were reports that there were some high-profile celebrity individual, or a celebrity individual in one of those videos, but they haven't dropped any names.
Yeah, it's just weird that they would do a racketeering case and nobody else has been picked up yet.
Well, we had that conversation. People are arguing. There are still people out here wholeheartedly arguing that Diddy is just being targeted, that the prosecution has nothing, but we don't know until they make it to court and all the discovery is done and all that stuff. So that's when I guess that we'll get, you know, some
maybe they have names. Maybe they're trying to get Diddy to speak on other people. We don't know. Are they trying to see who's gonna start scrambling?
Oh yeah,
scrambling? No, for real. Because like, you know, you pick Diddy up and then, you know, all of these names start flying around and then people start sending text messages, inquiring, not realizing that their phones is tapped.
Honestly,